Do you sometimes feel like your knees are betraying you? Maybe you used to go up and down stairs without a second thought, but now, just halfway, you feel that deep ache, that stiffness, or that sharp twinge right in the joint. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And if you're thinking, well, maybe it's just age catching up with me, I want you to pause right there. Because what if I told you that your body, even now, still has the potential to repair and rebuild the very tissue inside your knees, your cartilage? Yes, you heard that right. Even if you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, your body can still support cartilage regeneration. You just need to give it the right tools. And the most powerful tool? The food on your plate. Hi there. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Whether you're joining us for the first time or have been walking alongside Leghealth for a while, today's conversation might just change the way you feel about your knees and about food. We're diving into how specific, familiar, easy-to-find foods can help rebuild worn knee cartilage and support healthier, pain-free joints. Not with pills or surgeries, but with nature's medicine, nutrition. Let's talk about what really works and how simple changes in what we eat can make a huge difference. So, let's start with one of the most essential building blocks for knee health, and that's collagen. Now, you've probably heard of collagen before. It's in beauty products, face creams, even shampoo commercials. But did you know that collagen isn't just about skin? It's actually the main protein that makes up cartilage, the soft, cushion-like tissue between your bones that keeps your knees bending smoothly. As we age, our natural collagen production slows down. That's one of the reasons why joints start to feel creaky, stiff, or even painful. But here's the good news. You can get collagen directly from food. That's right, bone broth, for example, is like liquid gold for your joints. It's packed with collagen, gelatin, and amino acids like glycine and proline, compounds that directly support cartilage formation and joint lubrication. Just a warm cup of bone broth a few times a week can gently nourish your knees from the inside out. And if you're not a fan of bone broth, no worries. Collagen powder supplements, or even natural gelatin used in homemade desserts, can also do the trick. What matters is consistency. Think of it like watering a plant. Little by little, with the right nutrients, it starts to thrive. Your joints are no different. Now let's shift to another powerful friend for your knees. Omega-3 fatty acids. Now I know what you're thinking. Fats? Aren't those bad for me? But stay with me. Omega-3s are actually good fats. Healing fats. The kind your joints love. Found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. These nutrients have powerful anti-inflammatory properties. And inflammation, my friend, is the real troublemaker behind joint damage. It speeds up cartilage breakdown and makes knee pain worse. So when you include omega-3 rich foods in your meals, you're actually telling your body, hey, calm down. Let's heal. And the body listens. Now, I know not everyone eats fish, or maybe you've tried and just can't get past the taste. That's completely okay. The great thing is, omega-3s aren't just found in the ocean. They're also hiding in your pantry, right now, in the form of chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts. Just a tablespoon of chia seeds stirred into your morning yogurt or smoothie can be a quiet little boost for your joints. Walnuts as a mid-morning snack or sprinkled over oatmeal. Delicious and healing at the same time. These small, easy swaps may not seem like much, but over time, they can help reduce inflammation, protect your cartilage, and even help your knees feel looser, lighter, and more supported. And speaking of support, there's a quiet hero in this story that I don't want you to miss: vitamin C. Now I know, vitamin C is usually the first thing we reach for when we're catching a cold. But did you know it's absolutely critical for making new collagen in the body? That's right. Even if you're eating collagen-rich foods like bone broth, your body still needs vitamin C to use that collagen effectively. Without it, it's like trying to build a house without any nails. It just doesn't hold together. So where do we get this magic vitamin? Think colorful, bright oranges, juicy red strawberries, sweet yellow bell peppers, green broccoli. All these fruits and vegetables are full of vitamin C. And what's more, they're also loaded with antioxidants. That means they don't just help your body make collagen, They also fight off the free radicals that are trying to break it down. And when your joints are already struggling, the last thing you want is extra damage sneaking in. I always like to say, every time you eat something, you're either feeding inflammation or you're fighting it. And the foods we're talking about today, they're the fighters. They're the quiet warriors that go into your bloodstream, into your cells, and they say, let's rebuild, let's protect, let's keep you moving. Now, I want to tell you a quick story. One of our dear subscribers, Auntie Lon from California, wrote in a few months ago. She's 72 and told me how just walking to her mailbox was becoming a painful task. Her knees ached, especially in the morning. But instead of giving up, she started making small changes, adding bone broth to her lunch, chia seeds in her breakfast, and a bowl of strawberries a few times a week. She didn't expect much. But you know what? Within 3 weeks, she noticed she was standing up from the couch with less effort. A month later, she walked down to her neighbor's garden and back without stopping halfway. It's not a miracle, she wrote, but it feels like my knees are waking up again. And that's exactly what this is about. Not overnight magic, not false promises, but real, nourishing, steady support. The kind your knees have been waiting for all along. So far, we've talked about collagen, omega-3s, and vitamin C. 3 simple but powerful tools you can start using today. And there's more to come. Because once we understand how to protect and rebuild our cartilage, we can take even bigger steps, literally and figuratively, toward feeling stronger, more mobile, and more independent. Now that we've set the foundation with collagen, omega-3s, and vitamin C, let's keep this momentum going. Because when it comes to nourishing your knees, there's one more group of foods that I call the secret builders. And those are sulfur-rich vegetables. They might not be glamorous. They might even make your eyes water a little while cooking. But oh, they are powerful. I'm talking about garlic, onions, leeks, and good old cabbage. These humble vegetables are packed with sulfur, a mineral that your body uses to form cartilage and produce synovial fluid, the lubricant that keeps your joints gliding smoothly. You might be thinking, really? Garlic and onions? Yes, really. Think of sulfur like the oil in your car engine. Without it, everything inside grinds a little harder. You feel more friction, more resistance. But when there's enough of it, everything moves with ease. When you include more sulfur in your diet, you're giving your joints the tools they need to stay flexible, to repair damage, and to stay well lubricated as you move through your day. And here's something lovely. These sulfur-rich veggies also fight inflammation. Garlic especially has compounds that act almost like natural medicine, helping to calm overactive immune responses that contribute to joint pain. Add them to soups, stir-fries, or even roasted on a baking tray with a little olive oil. They don't just taste great, they're helping you heal with every bite. But sulfur is just one piece of the puzzle. Let's talk now about what gives your knees strength beneath the surface. Your cartilage doesn't just float in space, it sits on bones. Strong bones mean better support for your cartilage. And for that, we need calcium. Milk, cheese, and yogurt are the first foods that come to mind. And for good reason. They're packed with it. But there's a key here. Calcium needs a partner to do its job well. That partner is vitamin D. Without it, your body can't absorb calcium properly, no matter how much milk you drink. So how do we get vitamin D? Sunshine is the best source, of course. Just 15 to 20 minutes a day on your arms and face can do wonders. But many of us, especially as we age, don't get enough sun exposure. So we turn to food. Fatty fish like salmon helps. So do eggs, fortified milk, and mushrooms. Together, calcium and vitamin D create a powerful duo, strengthening bones, reducing your risk of falls, and supporting the structure that holds your cartilage in place. And don't worry if you're someone who avoids dairy. There are plenty of calcium-rich alternatives out there. Almonds, leafy greens like kale and bok choy, and calcium-fortified plant milks like soy or almond. What matters is not where the calcium comes from. It's that your body gets enough of it to keep your knees supported and steady. I remember chatting with Uncle Min last year. He's 68, lives in Florida, and used to love gardening. But knee pain was making it harder and harder to squat or even stay standing while watering his plants. After watching one of our videos, he started making one small change, switching his morning coffee with a fortified plant-based smoothie with spinach, almond milk, and a banana. Just like that, he was getting a dose of calcium, potassium, and vitamin D, all in one cup. He messaged me 2 months later to say, "I'm back in the garden. Not for hours, but long enough to feel like myself again." And that's what this is really about. Feeling like yourself again. Not letting pain dictate what you can or can't do. Giving your body the fuel it needs to do what it already knows how to do, heal. Now let's keep going, because there's another powerhouse that your knees absolutely love. Whole grains and legumes. Yes, the simple things like lentils, beans, chickpeas, quinoa, and oats. You see, these foods are rich in fiber, but they also contain a treasure chest of minerals like zinc and magnesium, which are both essential for repairing damaged cartilage. Zinc, in particular, plays a role in the actual rebuilding of tissue. Think of it like the worker on a construction site. Without enough of it, the rebuilding process slows down and healing stalls. But that's not all. The fiber in these foods does something truly beautiful. It feeds your gut. And why does that matter for your knees? Because a healthy gut helps reduce overall inflammation in the body. Yes, even in your joints. It's all connected. When your gut is happy, your immune system is calmer, and your body has more energy and resources to send where it's needed most, like your knees. I know for many of us, the idea of eating more beans or whole grains might sound a little bland, or even a bit heavy on the stomach. But it doesn't have to be. Try starting with something gentle, like a warm bowl of oatmeal in the morning, or a lentil soup for lunch. Quinoa is light, fluffy, and pairs beautifully with roasted vegetables. And chickpeas. Just toss them in a salad or mash them with some garlic and olive oil for a simple dip. What matters most is consistency, not perfection. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. You just have to begin. Small steps, one bowl, one bite, one meal at a time. And speaking of small but mighty, let's take a moment to talk about turmeric and ginger. These two spices have been used for centuries in traditional medicine, and now science is finally catching up. Turmeric contains a powerful compound called curcumin, and ginger is rich in gingerol, both known for their anti-inflammatory benefits. And I mean real, noticeable relief. These aren't just spices, they're natural pain relievers. When used regularly, they can reduce swelling in your knees and help manage chronic joint discomfort. I've had viewers tell me they were able to reduce their reliance on over-the-counter pain pills just by adding turmeric and ginger to their routine. So how do you use them? Easy. You can simmer turmeric into a golden milk drink with warm almond milk and a dash of honey. Perfect for winding down in the evening. Ginger can be grated into soups, added to tea, or blended into smoothies. The flavor is warming, a little spicy, and soothing on the stomach too. What I love most about these ingredients is how gentle they are. They don't force your body into change. They support it, encourage it, comfort it into healing. And isn't that the kind of help we all want as we get older? Not to fight with our bodies, but to work with them, to support and nourish them with kindness and wisdom. I want you to know that everything we're talking about here isn't about chasing youth or turning back the clock. It's about embracing where you are today with grace and choosing to care for yourself in a way that keeps you moving, living, laughing, and doing the things that bring you joy. Whether that's tending a garden, dancing at your grandchild's wedding, or simply getting up from the couch without wincing. There's still one more group of foods I want to share with you. Ones that are sweet, colorful, and absolutely delicious. But we'll talk about those in just a moment. Let's talk now about the final food group in our journey toward rebuilding knee cartilage. One that brings both color and joy to your plate. I'm talking about berries. Sweet, juicy, and packed with powerful antioxidants. These tiny fruits have a big job to do when it comes to protecting your joints. Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and even cherries. All of them help shield your cartilage from oxidative stress. That's a fancy term for the kind of internal damage caused by free radicals, unstable molecules that build up in the body over time and contribute to aging, inflammation, and joint deterioration. You see, when cartilage is already worn down, the last thing it needs is more wear and tear from within. And that's where berries step in. They don't rebuild cartilage directly like collagen or vitamin C might, but they create the perfect environment for healing. Think of them as the guardian standing at the gate, keeping the bad guys out while your body does the work of repairing and restoring. One of the things I love most about berries is how easy they are to add to your diet. A handful in your morning oatmeal, blended into a smoothie, or simply eaten as an afternoon snack. No cooking, no prep, just nature's little gift in every bite. And for those who worry about sugar, don't. The natural sugars in berries are balanced by fiber and antioxidants, making them one of the healthiest sweet treats you can choose. I still remember a message from Auntie Hien in Texas. She said she started adding frozen blueberries to her breakfast every day because fresh ones were a bit too pricey where she lived. After 2 months, not only did she feel better in her knees, but she also noticed her energy picked up and her digestion improved. "I thought I was just treating myself," she wrote. "But turns out, my knees were thankful too." That, my friend, is the beauty of this whole approach. Every small act of nourishment sends a signal to your body. You matter. Your comfort matters. Your movement matters. And now that we've walked through all of these powerful foods, collagen-rich broths, omega-3, packed fish and seeds, vitamin C from colorful fruits and veggies, sulfur-rich garlic and onions, calcium and vitamin D from dairy and sunlight, the humble strength of whole grains and legumes, the warm healing of turmeric and ginger, and finally, the sweet protection of berries. What I hope you take away is not just a grocery list. It's a feeling that you have more control than you think, that your knees are not doomed to decline, that every meal is an opportunity, not for perfection, but for progress. Because here's the truth, cartilage doesn't heal overnight, but it can heal. Slowly, gently, steadily, when given the right ingredients and enough time. What your knees need is not a miracle. What they need is consistency, patience, and a little love, served on your plate. So the next time you sit down for a meal, I want you to pause for just a moment and ask yourself, what am I giving my knees today? Is this meal helping me move more freely tomorrow? Am I feeding pain and stiffness, or strength and flexibility? You don't need to change everything at once. You don't need to throw out all your favorite foods or follow a strict diet. That's not what this is about. It's about adding, not subtracting. Adding healing, adding support, adding foods that work with your body, not against it. Maybe tomorrow you start your day with a warm cup of bone broth, or add a pinch of turmeric to your soup. Maybe you stir a few walnuts into your oatmeal, or squeeze a bit of lemon over your steamed broccoli to boost vitamin C. These are not drastic changes. They're tiny shifts, gentle nudges toward a stronger, more comfortable you. And if there are days when you forget, or you just want to enjoy a sweet treat or a slice of cake with your grandkids, please do, because joy matters too. And healing isn't just about what you eat. It's about how you live. It's about staying curious, hopeful, and kind to yourself through every step of the journey. You've made it this far in life with strength, resilience, and wisdom. And now, you have even more knowledge to support yourself through the years ahead. Just imagine this, waking up with less stiffness, taking a walk without holding your breath for that twinge in your knee, bending down to tie your shoes without dreading the ache when you stand up. These little wins, they add up. They bring back freedom. They bring back confidence. And yes, they bring back joy. So my dear friend, if you take away one thing from this conversation, let it be this. Your body is always listening. It's never too late to nourish it. It's never too late to support healing. You are not too old. Your knees are not too far gone. Your future is still open and full of possibility. One delicious, healing bite at a time. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of the foods we talked about today? What's helped you the most with your knees? Leave a comment below and share your story. I read every single one. Your words might be the encouragement someone else needs to keep going. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button. It really helps more people find this message. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because here at Vitago, we're all about moving better, feeling stronger, and living fully at every age. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm so proud of you, for being here, for learning, and for choosing to care for your body in such a powerful way. Until next time, Keep walking with confidence. Keep nourishing yourself with love. And remember, happy birthday to you at every age.